Good afternoon, YouTube. Well, yesterday I managed to get Shaun Attwood to ask consultant forensic psychiatrist Dr. Shaun Das a question on my behalf. Thanks very much, Shaun. Thing is, though, it should have been followed up with a couple of further questions because we didn't really get any kind of answers. So I'm following it up now. Anyway, I'm a bit disappointed in you, Shaun. I think you might need to up your game a bit. Because I did a video of you asking the psychiatrist there a question. Shaun Attwood, a psychopath, Dr. Das, a Broadmoor psychiatrist. It's only had 64 views. I got 15 likes, got more likes than usual. I did ask for some support. So that's very nice. Thanks very much. We need a lot more support here. This is not just about me. It's about mental health services in general. But anyway, Callie Diamond's a bigger draw than you are, Shaun. Because when she came over and had a chat with me in the middle of the Daddygate thing, I did a video about that. That had loads more views. You're slacking, Shaun. What's going on? Anyway, seeing as the doctor actually answered the question that was posed to him via Shaun Attwood, and he agreed with me, the psychiatrist, that this didn't sound right, I decided to give him some information, and I posted on this video here, what makes a good psychiatrist. Yeah, I'd love to know. Yeah, I'd love to know. Anyway, I asked him a question. I directly posed it in reply to his own post. Hello, Dr. Das. Since March 2019, I am a diagnosed psychopath, malignant narcissist, sadistic in approach with a high level of danger. The diagnosis was given in Plymouth during one appointment. At the same appointment, I disclosed abuse from my mother, to which the psychiatrist asked me if I had heard of MGTOW, men going their own way. I had not, but the psych highly recommended it to me along with a dose of quetiapine for sleep. Quetiapine is an antipsychotic. Don't quite know why they're giving people antipsychotics for sleep. I checked MGTOW out and thought it dangerously misogynistic. I still hold that view today. And so I made a complaint about that on the day in writing. The complaint was never answered, just glossed over, when I thought this action by the psych incredibly suspect. In London, approximately 2012, I was diagnosed with a number of personality disorders, most of which were left unexplained. I saw Professor Tony Madden in a TV programme being interviewed while he was head of the Broadmoor Personality Disorder Unit. The interviewer asked Professor Madden about psychopaths. Professor Madden stated psychopath is not a diagnostic term, but the equivalent would be antisocial personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, and paranoid personality disorder, which he described as a holy trinity and a dark triad. As I'd just been given these three diagnoses, I was concerned I'm being viewed as a psychopath. So on my next appointment, I asked one of the diagnosing psychiatrists if this was what was being said. For the next 6 to 7 years, they refused to answer this basic question until 2019, when they stated they had never considered I had psychopathy. However, by not answering a repeatedly asked direct question about diagnostic understanding on my part, it seemed that I was to be left in no man's land about a life-changing diagnosis with legal implications, management and control issues that are placed on me and my life. Since this time, I have stopped using the NHS in protest. I have no health care and I'll die early. I thought I would drop you a message as Shaun Attwood asked you a question on my behalf in your show about a dangerous psychopath being directed to MGTOW, a misogynistic hate site, by a Plymouth psychiatrist. You said this was wrong, and I agree, which is why I made my complaints in March 2019. I would be very interested in your thoughts if you have time to respond. You could really help me, people, by going over to this video here on Dr. Dass's channel and thumbing up my question. The more people thumb it up, the more inclined he might be to give a full answer to some of the points that I've raised here. Something that I am concerned about is I don't know if this guy's ever showed his credentials anywhere. I mean, I'm used to having to prove and evidence everything that I say on YouTube. Yeah, some people seem to get away with blue murder. Are you a consultant psychiatrist? Has anybody seen any evidence of it? Because I'm just wondering how, at a time when there's a big story going around about a mass killing, Shaun Attwood gets himself a consultant forensic psychiatrist from Broadmoor on his show. And I remember that John Wedger also had a consultant forensic psychiatrist who he was allowed to interview. I can't get to see a psychiatrist, me. And when I do, they don't answer simple basic questions. Yeah. So there's something wrong with this picture, isn't there? I'm somebody with a psychiatric diagnosis that is quite serious and puts everybody in danger, apparently. But I can't get my questions answered by consultant forensic psychiatrists. Shaun can, though. Shaun can actually ask your questions to them. It's like he's a sort of middleman. Of course, yeah, credentials. So is he genuinely a consultant psychiatrist or not? Was the consultant psychiatrist that John Wedger got to interview, was he a consultant psychiatrist or not? We don't see these people's credentials. Of course, everybody still thinks that John Wedger's a policeman. I don't. He showed me some dodgy looking warrant card when I asked him. But nobody's seen any evidence that he's ever been a police officer, and yet YouTube has accepted that he's a police officer. It's all a bit weird. Me, I can say things. I've got to put the evidence there. Yeah, it's very strange. Anyway, really do need some help. If you want to hear or try and get a response from Dr. Das about my question and the questions that I've raised, I mean, I've got many more questions, but I could have written like half a book there, when I suspect I probably won't get an answer. We probably won't get a satisfactory answer from Dr. Das, is what I'm guessing. But your thumbs up onto my question on his channel, on this video, might help that happen. So please do that. Thanks very much.